Good morning, future and fellow weirdos of the flock. How are you? Great. So, listen, yesterday I went to Detroit. So, the day before we left off, I'm not, it was a bunch of words, right? Like, if you fuck around, you will find out. So, Moses was telling them what's going to happen if they fuck around. And also, the best rule that they have so far is party. Party with God. And because you don't party with God, you're going to find out the hard way. So, always be joyful and party with God. So, yeah, stop being sad because he gives you a party just to be sad. So, you can just be happy and party the rest of the time. So, if you want to hear more of this crazy ass story, press like and subscribe because I do this most every day. Literally, I try to do it every day, but some days it's just, I can't because scheduling. So, press like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 on YouTube, 35 on BitChute, and 50 on Rumble. So if you feel like helping, please press like and subscribe. And we are going to go to chapter 29. I am Nikki K the Great. I will be reading you Das Bible. And this is the party pen. And we have very good time. So, stop in the kitchen right there and grab you some keep other people alive juice because it's totally important. Take your medicine. Mr. Basketball Guy is throwing up his hand, showing you where it is. So, take your medicine. Then, come in, leave your shoes on. Leave your shoes on. Have a seat in Das Party Pen. And pack a bowl. We have weed. We have weed today. So, I'll pack the bowl. I got cigarettes. I got keep other people alive juice. So, let's smoke it, read it, drink it. We're going to chapter 29. Okay? Okay. I'm pressing play. Alright, we're on chapter 29. And this should not be as long as chapter 28 because, oh my god, I will die. Okay. So it says, oh, and also in chapter 28, we figure out all this shit is in a book. Okay? And I'm guessing the book that they have is all the rules that Moses and the patriarch made up. And I don't like calling him a patriarch because that gives patriarch such a bad name. But that's what Jesus called them. But I don't think he said it in a vile manner. Like, the patriarch. I just think, like, he was like a smartass. It was Moses and the patriarch that said that shit. God didn't say that. So, chapter 29. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the vampires in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. Okay, so he's putting the two covenants together. So he made both of these covenants. So the second covenant did not cancel out the first one. So everybody says, it cancels it out. No, it doesn't. And Moses called to Israel, to the vampires, and said to them, you have seen all that the Lord did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh and his servants and his land. No, they didn't. They didn't see any of that, Moses. This is the third and fourth generation. All the people that saw that shit have been dead for like a hot second. But I guess if you say it long enough, they'll be like, oh yeah, we saw that shit. Because no, they didn't. Okay. The great temptations which your eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles, they're called wonders. He changed the word. None of that shit was a miracle. Oh, well, I guess for these people it'd be a miracle. But these people didn't see the miracles. But okay. Yet the Lord has not given you a heart to perceive, and eyes to see, ears to hear unto this day. That's the same thing Jesus said, right? Let those who have ears hear. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what he said. Okay. I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxen upon you, and your shoe is not waxed upon your foot. You have eaten bread, neither have you. Wait, hold on. You have not eaten bread, neither have you drink wine or strong drink, that you may know I am the Lord your God. Yeah, but none of this, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, look. That shit is Moses is telling him they saw did not happen in 40 years. 40 years was the punishment. See, this is why people are like, it was only 40. No, it wasn't. It was longer than that. 40 years is the punishment. So these children see it because the other people are like, this sucks. And God's like, fuck you. See, 40 years was the punishment. That all of this took way longer than 40 years. Okay. When you come to this place, Sihon, king of Heshbon, Og, king of Bashan, came out against us to battle, and we smote them, and we took their land and gave it for an inheritance to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and half of Manasseh. I don't think this generation is the one that killed them, though. Okay. Keep, therefore, the words of his covenant, and do them, that you may prosper all that you do. Oh, you can prosper in all that you do. Stand this day, all of you, before the Lord your God, your captains, your elders, your officers, and all the men of the vampires, your little ones, your wives, your stranger that is in your camp, from the hewer of the wood unto the drawer of the water. That you should enter into a covenant with the Lord your God, and unto his oath which God makes with you this day, that he may establish you. That he may establish you today, and he may be unto you a God, as he has said unto you, and he has swore to your fathers, to Abe, Isaac, and Jacob. Neither with you do I make this covenant and this oath, but with him that stands here with us this day before God, and also with him that is not here with us this day. There you go. For you know we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which you passed by. And you have seen their abominations, their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them. They didn't see any of that. These kids did not see any of that. Lest there should be among you man, woman, family, or tribe whose heart turns away this day from the Lord our God, to go and serve other gods of these nations, lest there should be among you a root that bears gall and wormwood, and it comes to pass, when he hears the words of this curse, that he blesses himself in his heart, saying, I shall have peace, though I walk in the imagination of my heart, to add drunkenness to thirst. The Lord will not spare him, but the anger of the Lord and his jealousy shall smoke against that man, and all the curses that are written in this book. Really? Oh, okay. What is happening? And all the curses written in this book shall lie upon him, and the Lord shall blot out his name from under heaven, except for when you write a book about it. And the Lord shall separate him unto evil out of all the tribes of the vampires, according to all the curses of the covenant that are written in this book of the law, the Mosaic law. It's only called that one time, though, the Mosaic law. See, that sounds so fancy, though. Listen, okay. So that the generation to come of your children shall rise up after you, and the stranger that shall come from a far land shall say, when they see the plagues of that land and the sickness which the Lord has laid upon it, and that the whole land is brimstone and salt, burning, and that it is not sown, nor bears, nor any grass grows there, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboim, which the Lord overthrew in his anger and his wrath. Yeah, you should read why he did that. Pride parades. Even all the nations shall say, wherefore has the Lord done this unto this land? What does it mean? What does it mean? And the men shall say, because they have forsaken the Father, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of Egypt. Yeah, because none of them saw that, but okay. For they went and served other gods and worshiped them, gods whom they didn't know and whom he had not given to them. Wait. What does it mean? For they went and served other gods, worshiped them, gods whom they didn't know, whom he had not given to them. So he gives people other gods. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against this land to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book, and also on stone, written in plaster. I don't know what that is. And the Lord rooted them out for their land in anger, and in wrath, and great indignation, because fuck those guys, and cast them into another land as it is this day. The secret things belong to the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong to us and our children forever, that we may do all the works of this law. Okay, we are going to pause right here. We are going to check our cats, water our plants, get a refill, pack a bowl, smoke a cigarette, go pee. We will be right back. Okay, are you back? I'm so glad you're back. Okay. Did you press like and subscribe? Hold on. Okay, go ahead and do that. Okay. Time to go. Chapter 30. And it shall come to pass that when all these things are come upon you, the blessing and the curse which I have set before you. Okay, so I originally thought that meant the curse of following God, right? But apparently, as far as right now, it is not what that says. You shall call them to mind among all the nations where the Lord your God has driven you, and shall return unto the Lord your God, and you shall obey his voice according to all that I command you this day, and you and your children with you, with all your heart, with all your soul. And then that the Lord your God will turn your captivity and compassion upon you, and will return and gather you from all the nations where the Lord your God scattered you. If any of yours be driven to the outmost parts of heaven, from thence the Lord your God gather you, from hence he fetch you. Hold on. And will return and gather you from. Hold on. Hold on. God, hold on. And you shall hold on. And it shall come to pass when all these things come upon you, the blessing and the curse I have set before you, you shall call them to mind. Okay, all this stuff. Among all the nations where the Lord your God has driven you, and you shall return to the Lord your God and obey his voice and obey his voice to all that I commanded thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thy heart, all thy soul, that even the Lord your God will return your captivity and have compassion upon you, and will return and gather you from all the nations where the Lord has scattered thee. If any of yours be driven to the outmost part of heaven, from there the Lord will gather you, and from there he will fetch you. And the Lord your God will bring thee to the land which your fathers possessed, and you possess it, and he will do you good and multiply thee above your fathers. And the Lord will circumcise the heart of your seed, to love God with all your heart and all your soul, that you may live. And the Lord your God will put all these curses on your enemies and all of them that hate you, which persecute you. And you shall return and obey the voice of the Lord, and do all his commandments, which I command you this day. And the Lord your God will make you plenteous in every work of your hand, the fruit of your body, the fruit of your cattle, the fruit of your land, for good. For the Lord will again rejoice over you for good, as he has rejoiced over your fathers, if you hearken unto the voice of the Lord your God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law. And if you return to the Lord your God with your heart and with all your soul, for his commandment which I command you this day, it is not hidden from you, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that you should say, who shall go up for us to heaven? My bad. to, hold on, who will go up to us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. Neither is it beyond the sea, that you should say, who will go over the sea for us and bring it to us, that we may hear it and do it. But the word is very high unto you, in your mouth, in your heart, and you may do it. See, I have set before you this day life and good, and death and evil. Okay, so before they cross the Jordan, he's like, it's about to be all bad, yo. In that I command you this day to love the Lord, to walk in his ways, and keep his commandments and his statutes, his judgment, and you may live and multiply. And the Lord your God shall bless thee in the land where you go to possess it. But if your heart turn away, that you will not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that you shall surely perish, and that you shall not prolong your days upon the land where you pass over the Jordan to possess it. He's already said this stuff, man. He's already said this stuff. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both you and your seed may live, that you may love the Lord your God, and you may obey his voice, and you may cleave unto him, for he is your life, and the length of your days, that you may dwell in the land which the Lord swore to your fathers, Abe, Isaac, and Jake, to give them. He already said all of this, just differently. He's already said all of this. Like, really. Already said it. But I guess, are we getting to the end? Oh my god, I just fucked up. I need to. I just fucked up. Son of. There we go. Anyway, I just fucked that up. I need to go put that back. Anyway. So, thank you for watching. It's totally awesome. Hey, and we didn't do too bad. Oh, fuck yeah. So, Moses, again, said a lot of the same shit. But I guess they're writing it down, everything that he says. So, he probably said a lot of this before they even compiled it into a book. Because people had to write this down. So maybe the people that were writing it originally, because this was written, I guess, by a couple people. So maybe those couple people that was writing this down were some of the ones that died in the multiple times people die in the journey. So maybe that's why this book of Moses was written by multiple people. because God kills people multiple times. So maybe that's why. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. I totally enjoyed you. So thank you for watching. I love you. Keep your head down, your nose clean, and your shoes tied. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Love you. Bye.